On JH Plays, welcome to another video, and today we will be doing Marvel Spider-Man. Well, it's the comparison of past Spider-Man games versus now. So, and it's also the part 2. If you haven't seen part 1, you should check it out, well, there's not really a reason to, but just check it out if you want to hear my comparison for the past ones. I've already gone over every game, well, besides Spider-Man PS3, PS2, and Spider-Man 2 PC, but I don't want to talk about those ones. I don't need to talk about them. There's just no comparison when it came to those 3 games I just described to you. I'm only gonna be comparing the other ones. So we're just gonna start off by talking about Web of Shadows. So the plot of Web of Shadows is that when the original Spider-Man went after Mysterio, he ended up punching this mystic tablet thing. And now if Ultimate Spider, so then your Ultimate Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man, or just a basic Spider-Man, Noir Spider-Man, and
brought all the small timers out of the woodwork.
And Spider-Man 2099. You have to play as all 4 of them in multiple levels to basically stop the world from falling apart. So basically, the game it's one of the first non-free roaming games that had been around ever since Spider-Man PlayStation 1. At least I'm sure about that. And some of the games with the open world aspects had some really small worlds. Cause I felt like the Web of Shadows open world was all the same buildings and nothing new, nothing interesting. It was a little disappointing. So gameplay wise, it's pretty basic. The combat's not too special, at least if I'm thinking correctly. It's really just a worse version of its sequel, Spider-Man Edge of Time, which followed more plot, and it was just overall more fun. But still, for what the other one was, Just Dimensions was pretty good, but
I'm on it. See if you can get more info out of our friend here, and contact me at this number.
What I wish...
The attack on the courthouse could come any second.
I really did wish that Shattered Dimensions wouldn't have given Ultimate Spider-Man the black suit.
Only chance is to take out the gunman before he can fire.
Because it's a little overused at this point.
I know, I should have called first. Nobody likes a camper.
So it's a little boring using the black suit.
Found more names and locations. Looks like it's all going down within a matter of minutes.
No pressure. Send me what you got. Multiple snipers, 1 Spider-Man. I need to move fast. Anyone who's ever worked on Norman's campaign is a potential target now. That's one way to destroy Osborn, I guess. Make it so nobody wants to be around him.
So basically, Web of Shadows combat, a lot like Edge of Times, but not Edge of Times.
People around here work.
So yeah.
2 to go.
Amazing Spider-Man The Amazing Spider-Man in Shattered Dimensions is by far the most boring because when you're able to play as 4 Spider-Men, it's just a little boring playing as the default. It's like being a default skin in Fortnite. It just sucks.
Gotta check out all possible vantage points for snipers. No talking during the infiltration. Target's safe. Only one to go. If I'm too slow, people die.
So basically, it's really just pretty lame overall, and I've always preferred open world games, so I just can't I can't say that Shattered Dimensions is in any way better than Marvel Spider-Man. I'm pretty sure that a lot of the answers for all of these games are going to be the same. It's not better, especially since advancements in technology, different gameplay mechanics that are risky and 9 times out of 10 taken the wrong way.
We have a probable location based on cell phone towers, but if they see cops, they'll start shooting.
Act like you're negotiating. Stall them. I'll take away their bargaining chips. They won't leave witnesses. Either I save the hostages, or they're dead.
I just wanted to talk about Spider-Man Edge of Time. That Spider-Man Edge of Time is like the Spider-Man 2 of the Xbox 360 era. It's abnormally good. A lot of people didn't like it. It's one of those ones that are like you love it or you hate it. It's basically just Spider-Man and 2099, and it's in my opinion the best crossover ever. Better than every crossover in every book, TV show, movie, everything.
If they see me, they can kill all the hostages before I get close.
Our demands are simple. Release our comrades, or the hostages
If I'm spotted, those hostages are dead. Gotta take out these guys quietly.
So pretty much, its combat is fantastic, very free and loose. It's just sometimes, in my opinion, a little too over the top. Still great.
We need time to coordinate the release of your friends.
So basically, this game, Edge of Time, was abnormally good with its story, and was in fact really impressive.
Your end.
Oh crap. Edge of Time, it's basically just an evil future version of Peter Parker tries to take control. He tried to take control of it. He basically wants the power of God so he can fix all of his past mistakes. So basically, he ends up mind controlling Anti-Venom, which is pretty much which in this game is pretty much the embodiment of strength. Because when you first fight Anti-Venom in the game, he is just disgusting in strength. God damn it. But still, he's just so OP. When you first play as him, it's pretty much an even. When you first fight him, it's pretty much an even boss battle until you end up kicking him into a secret room. You spend ages looking for him until he can for some reason drain your powers, which I don't like. don't like characters that can drain people's powers, but they managed to make it good. So it's just, you just spend ages punching him. You don't get to use your webs or anything. He removes your ability to dodge. He turns you into a pawn. And then after he's done continuously pummeling you, after he's done, you have one of the coolest moments of the game where you're just stuck crawling. You're just stuck crawling, waiting to attack. Well, waiting, trying to get away as Venom slowly approaches. It's not exactly a very fun moment, but it's really cool to see that Spider-Man isn't overpowered. And then Spider-Man 2099 comes before the death of Spider-Man, and the second greatest moment is seeing the difference between the two. Because at that moment, you could see that's the differences. Spider-Man 2099 could not get his powers drained, and he just spent ages knocking around Venom like a ragdoll.
You're getting very sleepy.
So pretty much.
Thanks again,
It's-
Spider-Man.
Hold on.
This could have turned ugly.
I wouldn't have known about it if not for you. We make a good team, officer. Hey, see if you can convince more of your buddies to work with me instead of shooting at me, okay?
So pretty much after that, oh. So basically, after that, I don't know how Anti-Venom survived that one, but it was cool. And then he eventually, and then every fight, you see Anti-Venom 3 times. Each one is a boss battle, and he just gets stronger and stronger.
Incident is active in Park City. Over.
He goes from basically Venom, but pretty strong, but slightly stronger, and is, well, severely stronger than regular Spider-Man, to basically a god. To basically a god that Spider-Man and that both Peter Parker or, well, Spider-Man 2099 or normal, even combined, they could not beat him. Also, and it's really cool seeing both of the Spider-Men, like, because they actually act while you're not controlling them. It's an interesting concept.
Reinforcements. I guess this is what they call organized crime.
And it's cool seeing that the AI is actually doing something. Because until the release of this game, every AI just stands there while you do the work. Though really, you're technically the one who shouldn't be doing this. So eventually anti-venom so eventually you just need to start running from anti-venom because he's that strong. It's just like one massive chain sequence, and then you end it by seeing Spider-Man 2099 and regular using effects from the past and the future to counteract who they're fighting. It's a very clever aspect.
Got a report of a mugging. Location is south of house.
Our next caller was involved in a frightening hostage situation. Tell us about it, please.
Oh my god, I thought I was gonna die. But Spider-Man got involved and it...
Totally unconcerned with your safety.
Well, he did save me.
Through sheer luck, you could have...
Trust me, it's less painful this way. Say goodnight.
So this it's one of the only games that actually rival with Spider-Man PS4. It's basically it was basically Spider-Man 2 for non-open world games. That's a better way of putting it.
Don't run. I won't hurt you.
So basically, it does better indoor sections than Marvel Spider-Man. It's not better, but it does better indoor sections, mostly just because a lot of it's basically all of it's indoors. But still, does it better because it's all focused on it. But it still did something better than Spider-Man PS4. So I'm gonna talk about Amazing Spider-Man. Also, just before I do that, I just want to say, I know that I said that in this I said that I'd have Batman Arkham Knight gameplay, and if that bothers you, though really it shouldn't, because that's just stupid. Still, it's not installed yet, so if I end up having to have a part 3, I will have a part 3 where I talk about the worst games: Spider-Man 3 PS2, Spider-Man 2 PC, and then just the Spider-Man 3 that everyone's heard of. Basically, just certain remixed versions that are significantly worse. I will have Arkham gameplay in those ones, but for now I'm stuck with this, which is still fine. But yeah, so Amazing Spider-Man, I don't really want to talk about the story. It's pretty boring and bland. I just want to talk about where it gets good. The web swinging is very good. It's back to sticking to the sky though. I mean, it doesn't actually stick to anything anymore, but it's still good. I like that it zoomed in the camera to make it seem more cinematic. It's kind of like a meh thing that they added, because it's got its flaws, but it's overall good.
I realize the irony in me saying this. I hope you've learned not to hit people.
The combat's pretty basic. You just spam left click or X or square. Doesn't matter what console you're on. You just continuously spam it. The combos aren't very special. It has an overall good It has good stealth, though really I never actually found myself doing stealth when I had it. Actually, I know why. That's because when I owned the Amazing Spider-Man, I hated sneak sections. Like they were my worst. Like, sneak sections were my worst enemy. They were just so boring to me. Cause when I was at that age, I liked going. I like
Earpiece
sneaking
picked up cries for help.
I mean, I
Safe.
hated sneaking everywhere.
Thanks. Don't understand. I was afraid no one would find me. They're the ones.
But still, I spent when I came across a mission where I had to sneak, I was delighted to do it. I just wouldn't do it normally.
Called this into the cops. They'll take over.
It's got a stealth that rivals this game, but still, it's just never gonna be as good. Its imagery is not good enough. It looked like the PlayStation 2 version of Bully, and yes, that's a real thing. You should not check it out. It is basically just exactly the same game, and if you like Bully, yeah, play it. But its imagery, it looks so weird. It looks like Jimmy's too zoomed in, and you can see too much of the outside area. It's weird and disgusting to look at. Everything looks so blurred. It looks like there's just this one gigantic motion blur, and it really bugs me. But still, overall, it's a pretty good game, and it's got a challenge mode where you get to play. It's got a challenge mode where you get to play as where you get to play as some of the animals that take place in the story. Like some of those, like a rhino enemy, and I'm pretty sure a lizard enemy. But still, it's overall pretty good game. Could have done things better. Could have done things worse. I just know that I used to like it. Well, I still like it. I just used to like it more because I could actually play it.
Support your local businesses by not robbing them, please.
Oh god, the camera angle. So basically, yeah, that's it for that game. And I actually just think I'm gonna end the video here, because part 3 we'll talk about like the really bad games, and it will be including the Amazing Spider-Man 2. I'll have Arkham stuff in the background then. So yeah, anyway, hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell to be notified about all my future videos, and goodbye.